Hello all. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what happened with the vehicle crash the other day, where a vehicle slid into my vehicle and smashed into it. So it turns out that both vehicles are now totaled. I'm going to get $300 for mine, and the other person for the top of the line Mercedes, $800. The insurance company is Progressive. There probably is $2,000 worth of damage to my vehicle and maybe $4,000 to $5,000 on the other one. Both repairable. But like all corporations in the U.S., they just give you $300 or $400 and say it's totaled. Boy, you pay all this insurance money, and what do you get for it? $300 or $400. What a ripoff. So disgusted with the U.S. and its corporations of deceit and deceitfulness, especially in the last almost 4 years. Let's go up this way. So I'm trying to get everything finished before, if the orange man makes it in a second term, I stop this video. So I'm trying to get all the information I can before that time. Let's talk about the record sea ice loss up in the Arctic. Scientists are sounding the alarm again. They're constantly sounding the alarm. Laptev Sea has not yet started to freeze over, and there's also lack of freeze up in the Siberian Arctic. Both these places need sea ice to develop pretty early on, and the reason is because the sea ice is sort of a conveyor belt of nutrition that is pushed across the oceans with the sea ice. It's important. This is severe climate change. Let's look at these charts, and as you can see while we're looking at them, that the ice is really low this year. Oh, let's hang on a second. Okay, let's go to another subject. If the Japanese government dumps the Fukushima water into the Pacific Ocean like they're planning on doing very soon, there will be potential for damage to all DNA, whether it's in the water or humans or leopards or anything else. If you pollute this ocean with this much polluted water, you will damage DNA for all of us for the future. The Japanese government is saying the reason they're doing it is because it's the cheapest and easiest way to get rid of it. But there are other ways to get rid of it, and that's more tanks. You just have to make the room. The problem with dumping it in the Pacific Ocean is that all the carbon-14 will be released into the environment. Carbon-14 is a guaranteed cancer-causing agent for all life. So if you want cancer, it will be released into the environment, and we will all be subject to cancer because carbon-14 buildup in the ocean. This water also contains strontium-90 and tritium, as well as other radioactive elements. Health effects: bone cancer, leukemia, soft tissue cancer. The health effects of tritium is cancer, long-term cancer. The worst thing is that this tritium will stay in the water for thousands of years, polluting and destroying and causing cancer for all the animals in the ocean and out of the ocean, because whatever's in the ocean ends up out of the ocean anyway and will spread the cancer that way from consumption, like eating fish out of the ocean. So if the orange man is able to wiggle a win for a second term, as I said, I don't quite know what I'll do a video on. I still like doing videos. It just won't be on anything that can get me in trouble from a fascist dictatorship like the Trump administration has become. And if he does win a second term, of course he will go after all of his quote-unquote enemies. He's such a revengeful person. He's now going after Dr. Fauci with a vengeance. All he's trying to do is save people from getting sick, and Trump has to go after him for that. So frustrating what's happening these days. And I noticed that there's very few people putting videos up anymore on YouTube that used to. I sure hope that's only temporary. Let's go up this way. Okay, a couple other things I want to talk to you about real quickly is a couple of commenters commented several times on these same subjects, so I thought I'd go into it. Why don't I move out of California is a big question people ask. Well, California has always been a most fantastic place to live. It's only been getting crappy in the last 4 years or so. And as far as why don't I move somewhere else, well, where else would be as good or as safe? This is a very progressive, liberal state, and I wouldn't want to live in anything else than that. The other thing was, you guys keep praising me and telling me, lots of praise going on. I appreciate that. I don't comment on the comment section because Google will ask me for it. They don't want me commenting on there. Too controversial. I do appreciate all the compliments, the ups, downs, and new subscribers, and until next time.